Hi guys, so today we are going to see about the citizenship, which was the part 2 of the Indian Constitution. So basically, citizenship comes under the part 2, which have the articles from Article 5 to Article 11. So this concept was taken from the British. So basically, citizenship means it's a relationship between an individual with the Indian state, which is sovereign state. So basically, citizenship is a relationship between the individual and the country. So basically, peoples are divided into two categories. The one is citizens, another one is aliens. So citizens we called as the people of India. So all the people of India is called as citizens. So alien means there are two types of this. So one is friendly and another one is enemy. So if any peoples coming from the friendly countries, those they are called as friend. They are come under the friendly category. And if some people came from the enemy countries, they are comes under the enemy category. So there are two principles in this. The one is jus soli and jus sanguinis, which means so there are two types. One is the citizenship by birth. They are the Indian citizenship due to the birth, and they are the Indian citizenship by blood ties, which means a person is present in some other country, but their blood ties, their parents or their grandparents who are born and got the citizenship in India, also got the citizenship. So there are two types of this. So citizenship, if a person have a citizenship, he is an Indian citizen, so he have all the civil and political rights in India. But if it is an alien, so they may be a friendly people from the friendly country or enemy country, they didn't have all the civil and political rights. Okay, so especially for Indian citizens, there are some of the provisions were made in our Indian constitutions, which are the fundamental rights. So article 15, 16, 19, 29, 30 were especially made for the citizenship Indian citizens. So the next one is right to vote. The Indian citizens have the right to vote for the elections which were conducted in India, and the right to contest in elections. So people who are the Indian citizen, they have the right to participate in the election. So and the next one is citizenship is given by the Ministry of Home Affairs. So we have many of the ministries. So Ministry of Railways, Water, and something. So the citizenship under the control of the Ministry of Home Affairs. They are taking care of it. So let's see about the Article 5 to 11, which were related to the citizenship. The first one is Article 5, so which tells about the citizenship of a person who got at the commencement of the constitution. So if a person who was born and domiciled in India, who was in India during the time of the constitution, so constitution was came into force on 26th November 1949. So at the time, if he was domiciled and born in India, he is granted as the Indian citizenship. So the citizenship was given to the someone who was the people who domiciled in India, so who was in India, but he or she may not born in India, but either of her parents was born in India, he will got the Indian citizenship. And if a person who was ordinarily resided, so if a normal person was resided in India for more than 5 years before the commencement of the constitution. So the Article 5 is all about the commencement of the constitution. So the next one is Article 6. The Article 6 tells about the peoples who are migrated to India from Pakistan. So at 1947, so India and Pakistan got divided into two parts of countries. So this article conferred the status of the citizens to the people who migrated to India from Pakistan. So from Pakistan they came to India. This article is talk about the article about the citizens who are from Pakistan and came to India. So, likewise, if a person is migrated to India before 19 July 1949, he was considered as the citizen of India. But if any one of his parents or grandparents were born in India, so if a person was to migrate to India before 19 July 1949 and his parents or grandparents should born in India, both conditions must to be satisfied to get the Indian citizenship for a persons who came from Pakistan to India. The next one is the people who are migrated in to India from Pakistan after 19 July. So if they are from before, if they came before on 19 July 1949, either if their parents got the Indian citizenship, they will also got the Indian citizenship. But they came after the 19th July, they should have to go through the process of the registration to get the Indian citizenship. The next one is Article 7. So Article 6 talk about the people who came to India from Pakistan. So Article 7 talks about the people who are going to Pakistan from India. So they are migrated to Pakistan from India. So it says if the people migrated from India to Pakistan after 1 March 1947, but they returned to India in some other time, they will be considered as the citizens of India if and only if they came with the resettlement permit from the country they are settled. So this is the only condition for the article number 7. So for article number 8, it's talk about the persons who are residing outside India but they have the connection with the blood ties who are in India. So Article 8 talks about the person of the Indian origin, they were residing outside India. So this article states that any person from Indian origin residing outside India. So if they have the Indian origin, but at the time of the citizenship they are not in our Indian country, but they are either parents. So any of their parents or grandparents were born in India. If they are born in India means they can register himself as the Indian citizens with Indian diplomatic mission. So if a person who was residing outside India but he or she has the Indian origin, so they can register themselves as the Indian citizen within the diplomatic mission. So Article 9, it's all about the concept of single citizenship. So India is, if a person has to be Indian citizenship, they didn't have, they should not have the citizenship of the another country. So if a person wants another country citizenship, they should have to get away from their Indian citizenship to got the another country citizenship. So who is voluntarily acquiring citizenship of another country. So if a person got the Indian citizenship but he also have the voluntary to get the another country citizenship, then Indian country citizenship will be uh, cancelled likewise. So Article 10 talks about the person who received Indian citizenship under any provision of this part shall continue to be citizens and will also subject to any laws made under by the parliament. So according to the above part, so we have seen the article from 5 to 9, right? So if a person got citizenship based on the article 5 to 9, they shall continue to be the citizen unless and until any laws are made by the parliament. So Article 11 tells about the Parliament should have the total authority to whether to make the laws regarding the acquisition or the termination of the citizenship. No one have the any other rights to the terminate the person's particular citizenship. So the whole control is on the Parliament. So the next one is important one, the Citizenship Act of 1955. So which was enacted in the 30th December 1955. So the Citizenship Act 1955, so which was enacted in, which means it came into force on the 30th December 1955. So it aligns with the laws for acquisition and termination of the Indian citizenship to get by cancelled. So Indian citizenship of Indian country. So this was amended, which means the changes has been implemented in this act on 6 times. The one is 1986, 1992, 2003, 5, 15, 19. So for in these 6 years, some of the amendments are made in our Citizenship Act of 1955. So how an Indian how to get Indian citizenship. So what are the ways a person could obtain an Indian citizenship according to Citizenship Act? The first one is by birth. So if a person is born between January 26, 1950 to July 1 of 1987, they should be an Indian citizen. One thing. So the next one is if a person is born between July 1 to 1987 and December 2 to 2004, either of their parents is an Indian citizen, they will got the Indian citizenship. So if they are born after December 3rd, 2004, both parents has to be in Indian citizenship, or at least one parent should have the Indian citizenship. The second parent may be an illegal migrant. That's not the case here. So these are the 3 cases when they are birthday aligns with. The second one is by descent. If they are born outside India, but their father got the Indian citizenship till January 26, 1950. So from December 10, 1992 to December 3, 2004, if they're either of their parents got the Indian citizenship, and if currently their son or daughter is residing outside India, they will also get the Indian citizenship. So if the persons are born between born after December 3, 1992, the parents should declare that child don't have the country passport. So if the person was born in another country, the parents have to tell that our child didn't have any other country's passbook and we are from the Indian origin and we have got the Indian citizenship, so that our child should have the Indian citizenship. This statement has to be came from our parents. The next one is after birth, within 1 year they should have to register in the Indian consulate office for the to got the Indian citizenship. The third one is by registration. So if they are resided 7 years in India, they can register for the Indian citizenship and they should have to marry an Indian citizen to get the Indian citizenship. The fourth one is by naturalization. So they should have to be 12 years in India, not continuously, but at subtotal they should have to 12 years in India. But before registration, they should have to India for the continuous 12 months, so which is 1 year. The next one is by incorporation of the territory. So for example, if India and Bangladesh are the neighboring countries, so if India acquired any one of the part of the Bangladesh, say for example, if India got any one of the part of the Bangladesh by acquiring, and that state becomes the one of the part of the India, then the people in that state where the Indians acquired that state, the people also become the citizenship of India. They got the citizenship of India. This is the fifth one, by incorporation of the territory. So these are the important things how a person got the Indian citizenship according to the Citizenship Act of 1955. So there are three ways to get back the Indian citizenship. The one is renunciation, which means a person says he didn't want the Indian citizenship anymore. The next one is termination, which means if a person voluntarily get another country citizenship, it will automatically cancel out the Indian citizenship. Then third one is deprivation. For example, if the person got any fraud cases in the government cases, his or her citizenship got cancelled. So these are the important things of revocations. And the main thing is, India is a single citizen country, which means a person could not have more than one citizenship in India. But in US or some other countries, a person may got two or more citizenship. But in India, a person did have a single citizenship, which this concept was taken from the UK. So this is all about the citizenship. So yes, thank you.